Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, hi, my name is Evelyn and welcome to the Costarian kitchen. So today we are going to make chicken Manchurian. It's my first time trying it and I'm going to take you along with me and try the recipe together. Here I took my chicken breast, which I had cut into half-inch cubes. Then I put them in a bowl that I'm going to use to mix up the ingredients together. Then I took one egg, which you're going to use the egg white in the mixture, where I used a simple method to separate the egg yolk from the egg white by just swapping them around and pouring out the egg white. Then I took the egg white and poured it in the chicken breast that I had cut into small cubes, 1-inch cubes. Then I used 3 tablespoons of corn flour. If you don't have corn flour, you can substitute it with wheat flour. So I put the corn flour in the mixture. Then you mix it with your hands until it becomes paste-like, pasty. Added the salt to the mixture and mixed it up well. Then you need to cover it and set it aside for 30 minutes. After that, I started prepping my vegetables for frying the chicken. So here we have the carrots, the green, yellow and red capsicum. Then we have the ginger and the garlic. So I started chopping my carrots into circles. You don't have, they should be thinly chopped. Then I set them aside on a plate. I proceeded to cutting my yellow capsicum. So we used half yellow capsicum, half green capsicum, and half red capsicum. I washed them, then started the chopping. So in this recipe, you need to chop the capsicum and the ingredients. They need to be big, not finely chopped, but at least medium sized. So I chopped them and put them in the plate aside. Then I went ahead and chopped my onion. So I remembered that the onion should be also medium chopped. So I ended up separating each one of them one by one, as you can see, so that I could chop them. So I started chopping them to medium size, just like the other ingredients, and I set it aside in the plate. Then I went ahead to cut my ginger. You can use like 2-inch of ginger, and I used 2 cloves of garlic. So you need to chop them finely, this one into small pieces. I didn't have the grinder, so I decided to just chop them into tiny small pieces. And I set them aside on a side plate. So here we are done with the preparation of the ingredients that we are going to use to make our chicken. Now the time to make our chicken has finally arrived. So you put your pan on the fire and put in oil and let it heat. If you don't have a thermometer to measure if it's very hot, I always use a wooden spoon, just the way you've seen. When you dip it in the oil, it will start removing bubbles if the oil is already very hot. So I started dipping in my chicken. So so that I could fry them. So here I was turning them around so that you can cook the both sides. And if you see that if they are joined to each other, you separate them with the spoon that you are using. Here they had already dried and well cooked, so I took them out of the oil and set them aside. We are going to do double frying method so that we can make them crispy and crunchy. So after I remove them, I let the oil heat again, then I put them back so that they can cook and become golden brown. As you can see, the color there is really nice. It's turning to golden brown. Then we remove them out of the fire. And here is the product. Very nice. The color is golden. Then we go ahead to fry our ingredients. We put a little oil in the frying pan. Then I put the mixture of ginger and garlic and fry for like 5 seconds. Then you put in your onion, and stir them together. And stir them for about 2 minutes. I put all the ingredients in the description box below, so don't forget to check it out. Then I started putting in the capsicum, the red capsicum, the green capsicum, and the yellow capsicum. Then the carrots. Wow, see the color. The colors are really blending well. Then you stir them together and make sure that they are mixing up well with the oil and the other ingredients. Then I added half teaspoon of salt, then one tablespoon of dark soy sauce, and I stirred them together. At this point I added 3 tablespoons of water, just normal water, so that you can give them the time to stir together and mix up well. Then I added 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Then this one is I mixed up the corn flour and water. So I put here 4 tablespoons of corn flour mixed with water. Then I stirred them together, and finally I put the black pepper, half teaspoon of black pepper. Then you stir them together and let them cook for about 3 minutes while you're stirring them. Then you add the chicken that you had set aside and mix them in well. Mix them in well until they are well combined, until the chicken absorbs all the spices from the vegetables that you have cooked. Here is our final product, Our chicken Manchurian is ready. Wow, it looks appetizing. So I transferred it into a plate. This was the final product. Yes. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share.